Let's get one more. One more. And I wanted to take a second just to remind you guys that I love you. And that
Can you bring some more?
I'm going to miss you guys a lot.
We're going to be okay. We're really excited about you coming back. But just remember what you're out there for. You're out there to hone in your skills, but also to figure out what you want and who you are.
You want to tell me hi? You want to tell me hi? You want to tell me hi? I'm gonna make a Trinity kebab out of you. I'm gonna cook you like a roast piggy. Little piggy. Ouch.
Sorry.
Stepped on my toe.
Sorry.
You guys got toothpaste everywhere. Come on.
Yeah. That was Trinity. Call me when you get there.
I'll call you when I get there.
And then call Baba.
And call me tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tuesday. Oh, yeah.
Mwah. Love you. Mwah. Love you. Mwah. You guys have a good day at school, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
See you when I get home.
Okay.
Saying goodbye to the family was pretty difficult this morning, but I know that in the long run it's going to be worth it, and that it's going to make a huge difference in my attitude and our family, and you know how we treat one another. And you know, we have actually a really strong bond. It's just, you know, I always want to be pursuing greater, and so I'm really excited about this journey, and I think a lot of it's going to be what you make it. And so, yeah, well, time to get on the road. Well, so the journey begins, guys. Gonna get some donuts right before I go to Sigma 3, and I know donuts the last thing I need, but I've chosen my last breakfast in the civilian world to be donuts, and maybe it's my farewell to unhealthy eating and living. I don't know. But let's get us some donuts.
Every second till the time ran out. We had nothing, but we had it all. And I think about those summer nights, sneaking out the window, running back roads, your hand in all wasted time. Swinging out all that wasted time.
Well, I'm here up in the mountains for 45 days, man. This is my home. I don't know how I was expecting to feel, but it's a little serene where I'm so excited that I'm nervous. It's a little bit different than, you know, just being out here by myself all alone, like some guys, you know, go out and try these expeditions, but it's still a lot to take in, even knowing that you're going to be training with some other guys. But this is what I get to wake up to. And you hear that? No cars. Man, you guys got to check this out. I mean, it's just crazy. It's gorgeous out here. I mean, who wouldn't want to live with this? I mean, come on. Gosh, that's gorgeous. This video camera will never do this view justice. And so you got some high cloud coverage, so it kind of makes it hard to see. But I mean, look at that. That's so cool. Well, got a lot to do, guys. Got to get a shelter built and set up a base camp for me. There's somewhat of a central base camp, but each student's required to kind of create their own little space. So I guess it's time to get started. It's going to be an awesome first day, day one. Wouldn't you know it, as soon as I get back in the car to go up to base camp, it starts raining on me. You know, that's only suitable, you know, it's exactly what would happen to me, because it hadn't rained the whole way here, and I get here and it starts raining. I gotta love it. Well, I made it here, Sigma 3 survival, pretty stoked to make it to base camp. The rain finally let up a little bit, so should be able to get a shelter put up, and looking forward to some training. Got to meet some of the guys so far, and really got a lot of expectations and hoping to gain a lot of skills and knowledge while I'm out here. So it's going to be a great time, man. And just encourage you guys to be sure to stay tuned. Get on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DirtTimeAdventures, and stay tuned for all the upcoming videos. So I'm a huge proponent of not reinventing the wheel, and when we come out here, they got some little jungle hooches already set up, and you just chunk a tarp over them and, you know, add some new debris for bedding. And it's day one. It's exerting, you know, even with having something set up already. You know, by the time you string up a tarp and get some debris and just figure out where you're going to set up camp is challenging. And then getting to meet some new guys. I got to meet Johnny and Darren so far. Both great guys. It's going to be a good group. Got a lot of similar interests already, and looking forward to it. Using the Cut-Right Custom Model 4 for a lot of my bows. It's doing a great job so far. Really. So to help level this out some, I'm adding more cedar boughs to this one end that'll help level it out for me, make it a little more comfortable. And also with these cedar boughs, instead of chopping down an entire tree, I've just gone around to about 6 or 8 different trees and took some of the lower branches. That way that tree will continue to thrive and be available for the wildlife. Shooting a lot of this video footage is going to be hard because I'm naturally a teacher, and I want to instruct and teach people, and that takes longer. And so I'm going to have to find a balance between teaching and just demonstrating and just doing it and capturing it on video. But so now I'm going to put some leaf litter on top of this and crunch it down with one of my pads and call it good. Some of the gear that I did bring is I brought my military sleep system with a little wool blanket throw type thing. The primary equipment I'm going to be using is I got this is the Cut-Rite Knives Model 4. So far it's doing an awesome job. I'm going with this Camelback backpack, and in it, you know, rain jacket, which I don't consider part of a 10-piece kit or anything. It's part of your outerwear. A little bag with some birch bark in it. And then other than that, you know, I got some bank line, which is going to be my primary source of cordage. My journal for journaling. Peterson's Field Guide for plant identification. My main saw is going to be the Corona. I went with a clean canteen water bottle. And I'm not giving you numbers because I don't freaking know how many pieces I chose. Going with a basic hatchet. Nothing fancy about it. It's just a 1.25 pound hatchet. Picked it up at my local hardware store. Nothing fancy. And then last two items is my fire kit, which got my my ferrocerium rod and flint and steel. And then going with, for a smaller task, going with the Cut-Rite Model 1. It's a sweet knife. Looking forward to putting that sucker to use. And so that, I mean guys, that's pretty much my gear. That's what I'm going to be using day in and day out, and the rest of the stuff is going to stay back at the truck or the Jeep, and you know, get it if one of these items fail. Other than the bow making tools, this is it. I got an ice chest, a tub for food, which is just, you know, emergency ration type thing, and then I have a tub for my clothes to stay dry. And so that's pretty much it, guys. That's what my gear consists of. A tarp. And that pretty much wraps it up. This pocket, I got some gloves in it, my headlamp, and a handkerchief. And that's it, guys. A bandana. And that's what my kit consists of. I get a little bit of firewood for the night. Well guys, day one's pretty much in the wraps. Got a personal space set up and got started with some of the guys on supper for the night, and we're really looking forward to a good meal together, our first meal together with some of the folks here for the instructor training program. Kind of robbed through a wrench and everything. This first thing, man, I guess we're going to be tearing down camp and setting up a base camp down by the waterfall, and going to be very limited in the gear and resources that we're going to be able to take with us. So I going to be bringing my camera equipment, but I can't guarantee how much footage I'm going to get, and so it's not going to be broken down by day as it is more or less week. So this is day one, and that pretty much wraps it up, and gonna eat some food and get down into bed for the night and call it a day. Day two will kick off 8 a.m. first thing in the morning, and going to head down and set up base camp down by the waterfall. So really looking forward to it, hoping to get some good footage, and really encourage all you guys to stay tuned for further videos, and as always, keep it practical, primitive, and prepared.